Hey everyone, it's Michael and
Reuben
from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au, bringing you a series. I'm not sure how it makes me feel.
A bit of a mini-series, and it's unique in the fact that we're doing them all at once.
We are, but it's also a series that kind of hits some of my sore points.
Feeling a bit personally attacked on some of them, potentially?
Possibly. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure how I feel about this one.
So this is the 7 Deadly Sins mini-series out of Scottsdale in a 5 ounce.
Yeah, you don't see many releases. As far as I'm aware, it's only done in the 5 ounce. I don't think it comes in any other size. But it's from Scottsdale, so, you know, it's the usual
We're expecting good things, yeah.
I think this is an exclusive in the States for SD Bullion.
It is.
Off the top of my head.
No, it absolutely is.
So, look, I don't want to come across as I don't want to come across as I don't think it's a great series, because it's actually quite, like, some of the coins are really good. But I don't know, it's just one of those themes where you kind of go, I'm looking at Reuben's quite helpfully written all the names on the back of the boxes here, and I'm thinking, yeah, well, I suffer from sloth, greed, gluttony. You can tell by my shape.
I've had to write those there on the back, because they've written on the tops for us, helpfully, the names of them in Latin.
Yeah.
And Michael and I are not too au fait with our Latin, not quite caught up. So yeah, had to do a quick double check on those. But let's take a look at the first one.
So we've got Lust.
Lust to kick things off. Yeah. The start of everything.
It's a beautiful design. I love the horns on the sheep. But incredible design, and then obviously Lust written in Latin along the side there.
So I believe, and I could stand corrected by myself on this later whilst editing, but I believe the theme throughout all of them is that they all have a woman featured on them, as well as a demon of some description to match each respective sin. That's
right. And then on the on what we would call the obverse, you've got this verse there, you know, the awakening. You can't wake a person who is pretending to be asleep.
Bit of the Illuminati all-seeing eye kind of vibe going on the back there, and again with some more Latin.
It's a very well thought out. Well, the whole series is, but it's a very well thought out design. But that's the first one. So that's Lust in the series. We don't have a heck of a lot of these.
No.
We brought in a sampling. They are 5 ounce coins, or 5 ounce rounds, I should say. You should use the correct term, but. They are 5 ounces, so they're not particularly cheap, but we only brought in 100 of each. So they will go fairly quickly, but
It does become a bit of a problem, though, with this one, Michael, because can you pick up just one of them?
Well, you can. It just
no, I know, but like the fact that it is a part of this mini-series that's getting released kind of all at once, and it is a very, you know, the 7 deadly sins. The key part of it is part of the 7. You know, it's got 3 of the deadly sins.
Oh, I like this one. This one does stand out. So this is Vanity. And don't we all suffer from that slightly?
Superbia.
So you can see there, in this case, the woman looking into the mirror, the looking glass, and then the little demon on the shoulder. I love the peacock in the background. The florals around it and the feathering just looks great. And the detail, there's that D word I try never use, but the detail they've got, even into the veins of the feathering, is amazing. I'm
going to assume then another theme throughout is going to be an animal to match each of the sins as well.
You got this rippling in the cloak or the dress, whichever it is. That looks fantastic. And then again, over the page, you've got exactly the same obverse as the previous one.
Looks like we've also got a number down the bottom there, which I'm going to assume is either I'm going to assume the total mintage, or is it? Yeah, have we just happened to score the?
No, I think you're correct. I think it is the total mintage. There you go. We've got the final one. I'll have to check that. Well, have a look on the notes going across the screen. Yeah. Rubes will correct me, but I'm fairly sure there's only a mintage of 2,000 of each coin.
Very cool. Either way.
Yeah. So that's number 2,000. Alrighty.
Interesting one as well, kind of very similar, reminiscent of the wedge-tailed eagle, in the sense that I believe this is also designed by an ex-US Mint.
Oh, there you go. I'm not sure I was aware of that.
So I'll flash his name up on screen because I can't remember the specific name, I'm sorry, but yeah, not the normal one we're used to out of the wedge-tail, but still John McCanty, but still ex-US Mint, which is cool.
So this one will cause some discussion.
Uh-oh, what do we got?
Is it pronounced Roth or Wrath?
I'm going to go with Ira, the old-fashioned Latin name for it.
Sook.
Yeah. Have it out in the comments below.
Yeah, that's right. Alrighty. Let's have a look at this one. We'll open it up. Alrighty. This one's cool. So you've got the woman with the sword. You get this in the background, but it does have the shield there, which I thought was interesting. And then this actual really great depiction, and I'd love to see this by itself, of the lion. So that is a real standout design, that one. I like that.
Very, very Justice, American Lady Justice almost, with that lady with the sword.
And then very similar on the obverse there.
And yeah, so it is the individual number of the coin printed along the on the bottom there. So
now, please don't ask us for a
specific number,
or I've bought 7 of them, like one of each, and I'd like the same serial number on there, because I will almost guarantee
they'll be taken from random spots in the
we won't have gotten all of number 600.
Yeah,
we will have gotten whatever they've sent us, so we can't. We couldn't even satisfy that desire, I don't think, even if we'd been even if we wanted to. So.
But Michael, the person next to me got a really cool one.
Isn't that under envy?
That's what you're unboxing
right now.
That's
what I'm unboxing now.
that's what I was going for.
Well, we all suffer from these things, which is why I said this series is one of those ones that makes me uncomfortable. Makes me realise or emphasise my humanity, which is not a bad thing.
Kind of series that gets you thinking.
Yeah. All right, what do we have? Envy. Now, what animal have they used for envy? Is
it a hyena?
Yeah, it looks very hyena-ish, doesn't it? And the woman there being tempted with some form of jewellery by the look of it. That's, going to use that D word again, that detail. Look at the
robes.
Yeah, the robes. And even the leaves of the bushes around. That's a beautiful design.
It's cool to have. I mean, obviously they're working to try and keep them similar within the series, but it is very cool to have a completely different different topic on each one, but still kind of keep that consistent theme throughout.
Yeah. This is very clever. A very, very popular series in the States.
I'm not sure if this is a sore point or not, because I know there was a few people hanging out for this series that kind of ended up stopping, but it reminds me a lot of the Queen's Virtues.
Yes.
Both in design and obviously similar kind of, I guess, things depicting concepts as opposed to specific animals or people or something like that.
Yeah.
But the advantage of this one is we have them all in at once. We're not reliant on waiting for them to actually finish the series that I think ultimately ended up getting cancelled in that case.
I love that Envy is called Nvidia. I wonder if that's... Obviously I'm behind the times, I'd suggest, but, all the computer guys are going, but I'd never kind of joined the two together.
Yeah.
I know it's spelled slightly differently.
Spelled without the I, but yeah, I wonder if there is some correlation there. I'm not sure of the origins of the name.
Yeah. So I'm opening... wrong way around.
Gluttony.
Well, obviously we can see that's a favourite of mine. Then you've got the wine goblet.
Yep.
And is that an apple in the other? No.
And a pig down there in the bottom right.
Oh, yes. I love it. What's in the background here? just an olive branch or?
I'm peering through the lens. I might have to get a close up myself.
Yeah.
And
These are
see.
very, very clever designs. The way they've tied several things into the one face.
That's it. To have the animal, the woman in each, and the demon as well, depicting each one.
Very, very clever. All right. 2 more to go.
2 to go.
There you go. Impatience isn't one of these, I don't think. In fact, it's the opposite. Sloth is the last one, which is probably appropriate, isn't it? We'll get there eventually.
What do we got next?
So,
Avarita.
This is greed. One, when the mouldy old bars come into the store in buybacks, I've been accused of having. I'll have those.
I think that's the oh, hang on. Hey.
Different packaging for
Different
this
packaging.
one.
I think that's the thing with all of these, Michael, is that they are very relatable to the human condition for all of them.
Yes. All right, we're going to have to open it because they've... Oh, no, here we go. This is why you always buy a pack and a spare.
Thanks for the spare, Scottsdale.
So you can...
yeah, because they put them all facing the other way on the package ones there.
We might have to open a few to make sure they've sent us the right ones.
Gotta have faith. That's their next series.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that is part of this series. Alrighty. Man, they use enough tape on this thing. They weren't planning on it going anywhere.
Yes, the boxes that these boxes came in, I've got a massive pile of cardboard sitting out the front of the studio right now. They did come very well packaged. So can't fault them for that.
All right, so this one is... What was it? Greed. Ah, yes. So you've got the chest of precious off to the side there. What is the animal? A frog? A toad?
I was thinking toad or something, yeah. Wouldn't have famously thought greed, but I could be...
Toad of Toad Hall? Reuben's looking confused.
Not in my...
Wind in the willows, mate.
No, of course. Of course. Been too long since I've read it.
That is incredible. Again, that detail that they've got in there. Amazing. All right, 1 more to go.
One more. And sloth.
We'll take our time with this one.
Will it be a sloth?
Oh, please be a sloth. That would be the coolest thing.
Yeah.
And something that my youngest son can buy one of his older brothers because he buys him some sloth thing every year for Christmas.
Very cool.
Whether they be socks or a shirt or... Seems to be something that they've developed between the two of them.
That's a cool little tradition.
So hopefully, if this has got a sloth on it, Ben's not watching and Sam is, and we'll organise Christmas early for him.
Ta-da.
All right, what have we got in here? Ooh, some empty bags and the loose one. Oh, it's not a sloth.
Ah, well. Does it still fit?
Yes.
All right, let's take a look.
So you've got her looking a little lazy. And the animal is... What is the animal?
It's laying down. I'm thinking maybe donkey or something.
Yeah, donkey. I hadn't thought of that one. Look at the detail word again. Look at the roses. Like the detail in the petals and the leaves.
Go for texture. There's lots of texture.
Yeah, that could be my new word for the day. That is incredible. That is an amazing design. And then again, the same obverse on there. So there you go. That is the series. They are 5-ounce coins. 7 in the series. So the 7 deadly sins. And a really clever design. Like I said, very popular in the States. And we've managed to bring some over here. We don't have a lot, but we do have some in for now. It's a little bit, you're going to have to be greedy and not sloth-like and grab them as quick as you can because I think they will go fairly quickly. But yeah, a good priced and a good size. You don't see that 5 ounce very often anymore, particularly since Perth stopped producing. No, it's a 10 they stopped producing. You don't see many coins come out in just a 5 ounce. It's pretty rare. So they've done well with these, and it's given them that planchet size, that larger plate size, so they can actually get some texture into it.
Changing it up, everyone.
That's right, and actually draw out the designs, which is what I think they've succeeded with. So I suspect possibly a little controversial, this release. And certainly, like I said, it prickled me a little bit as we went along because I could recognise myself in some of these, but still a beautiful design and one for the stack. Unless you got anything else, Rubes, that's it for now.
Links will be down below, and we will see you in the next one.
Sounds good. See you soon.